At nagbabalik mga kaibigan ang The Nationals. This time, we're gonna witness the second game of the last series of the day. Again, this is the match between Happy Feet Emperors versus STIE Olympians. Kami ang maghahatid dyan sa inyo. My name is Midnight.
At ako si TDZ. Siyempre, hindi pa rin tapos ang bakbakan ngayong gabi. At nakaisa nga ang STIE Olympians against Happy Feet Emperors with a very spectacular comeback. Tingin ko kasi ang ganda rin ng position nila. Naghintay talaga sila. They waited patiently for that right opportunity para maklash and also knowing na alam nila na magiging next priority na yung Lord. So again, mautak talaga ang STI Olympians. Ginamit nila ang kanilang mga pinag-aralan sa STI.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And for me, this is a battle of discipline. Kasi you would see na yung Happy Feet Emperors, they still have the ability to collect information. Yung last clash natin, nakita nila yung Grok bumaba. Nagpakita yun to clear out the minion wave sa may bottom lane. So that moment, nag-Lord sila. I think that's the idea behind the Lord. Sabi mo nga, di ba, parang masyado sila natuwa kay Lord. Pero that's information kasi na available sa kanila. Uy guys, pwede natin kunin yung Lord. It's just a matter of na yung positioning kasi sobrang importante for Happy Feet Emperors kasi kapag nahuli kayo nung Guinevere, especially kapag multiple yung knock-ups niya, talagang malulugi ka kasi there's two setups para sa kanila. You have the Hurricane Dance and you have the Magic Tomb. So kailangan nilang ingatan talaga yung pwestuhan nila dito. We've talked about how important yung catch lagi ni Guinevere on the Kagura kasi isa na lang yung natitarang crowd control. Even if magamit yung Minoan's Fury, if Deja Vu is able to control Tan, limited talaga yung positioning ng Happy Feet Emperors kasi yung carry wala siyang papwestuhan.
Indeed.
Talagang hinahabol siya ni Guinevere. Actually, pag nag-date nga silang dalawa, no questions asked, tatalo na talaga sila ni Deja Vu. And for the yung unang clash talaga na nakita natin na superior yung teamfight presence ng STIE Olympians dito was on the bottom lane. The moment na nahuli ni Akai, si Kari with the Hurricane Dance, that's gonna tell you na hindi niya iniisip yung pwesto niya. Kasi there's a Guardian's Barrier on your left side, tas may dulo ng hangganan na pader sa kanan mo. So you have two ways for the Akaya, you have two ways to control, to lock down the carry. And for the carry, hindi niya inisip yun na nandun siya sa pwesto na pwede siya talunan ni Akai. So again, it's a matter of discipline. Kasi if you're gonna collect information na available sa'yo, of course, you still have to collect your information na pinapakita mo rin sa kalaban. So kung ikaw yung carry, alam mo na may pader sa kaliwa, may pader sa kanan, you need to step back.
Indeed. Pati makikita mo na kasi, it's all about positioning eh. Pati nakita mo yung lamang na lamang sa ang STI Olympians when it comes to that because Guinevere is always waiting for Tan to appear. Yung information na sinasabi mo kanina, hindi siya lumalabas nang hindi niya nakikita si Tan. And because of that, again, that gave them a lot of opportunity. Kasi pick-offs lang din mga kasi yun eh. Kagura versus Gwen. Again, ang binibigyan ng Kagura is also the burst potential into a crowd control area. So once na wala na yung Kagura, it will be easier for them to clean up.
So it's a matter of playing inter conditions and realizing what your move is for that certain condition para ka nagko-code if and else if. Pero ito, second game na. Tapos na yung first game natin. A new start for both of the teams. STIE Olympians versus Happy Feet Emperors. Guys, game 2 na. First ban for STIE Olympians here is the Grok. Tatanggalin na nila yun. And for Happy Feet Emperors, staple ban lang with the Choke.
Si Choke nga naman taga mobility and also the pick-up capability. Way of Dragon, mahirap. Ayaw nilang ibigay yung mga ganong klaseng opportunity na magkakaroon ng 4 versus 5 fights if the Choke will be successful picking off a single target. But Happy Feet Emperors, tignan natin kung ano magiging next ban nila. They can remove the Kaja or yung mga mage pa na natin laging pa.
Hindi nagban yung STIE Olympians
Oo, ba't nga pala di nagban yung STIE Olympians dito?
Hindi sila nagban. Well, we've talked about for the longest time, yung blue team talagang as much as possible, i-open up mo yung draft kasi ikaw yung first pick. So the idea is, tanggalin mo yung mga walang kwentang first pick heroes. So, well, hindi naman walang kwentang first pick heroes, pero tanggalin mo yung mga duo picks ng Happy Feet Emperors. Pero right now, hindi sila nagban. So the next level strategy.
Tingin ko magiging
baka nagta-test pick lang sila dito or na may nangyari sa lobby. So, again, we're talking about the importance of draft. No? For the blue side kasi, yung sinasabi ko kanina, you have the first pick. You can threaten yung first hero na lalabas. Like for example, you can open up the Choke. Hindi mo trabaho iban yung Choke kasi pwede mo siyang first pick. Those are first pick materials. Si Grok, medyo kailangan mong palustin or iba na out mo na lang kung ayaw mo kalaban kasi hindi mo naman siya ipipick. Hindi na siya first pick material eh. Wala na tayo sa stage na first pick si Grok. Most of the time, nandun siya sa duo pick magkasama alongside a mage or a marksman or even double tanks eh. Kinukuha ng red side yun eh. So for the red side, sila naman yung presado mag-ban ng priority heroes dito like Lunox, Kimi, Harith, and yung mga first pick material heroes. Like for example, si Choke nga. So, yung mind game na yun is naglalaroan ka na for the blue side, oh sige, ito yung ibaban ko, wala akong pakialam kung ano iban mo. pero ito yung mga pwede ko piliin. Yun yung advantage naman ng blue side. And sasabihin ng ibang tao na medyo unfair yun, pero for the red side kasi, number one, you have duo picks. Nandun yung threat na pwede ka mag-dual tank. What that means is malilimit mo yung tank pool kagad kasi makukuha mo kagad yung dalawang tanks sa priority. And second is yung last pick. Pwede kang humanap ng proper matchup with the marksman or yung mage matchup.
Indeed.
So, ang laki din ng advantage ng red side.
Pati tingin mo sa tagay, for the first 2 picks, doon ka agad makakasecure ng ng good duos. Kasi it's all about early game, it's all about good duos. The rotation that you can apply on the lane, pati yung mga mid lanes, mga early creep waves, such as Grok, Kaja. So ang laki ng opening. And also the last pick potential. Sabi mo kanina, the way that you can counter the core heroes of an opposite team, mas madali para sa'yo. Pero again, it's all about tingin ko pantay pa rin talaga. It's all about the execution and also the drafting knowledge for both teams.
Yeah, may mga advantage talaga. May mga certain holes dun sa mga draft na like for example, kung ipi-play out mo lahat ng draft, syempre may lalamang, may malulugi, pero at the end of the day, yung yung preparation mo on how you draft against a certain team or how you draft against a certain player. Kasi if you're like for example, if you're fighting against Bren E-Pro, alam mo na ito yung mga first pick nila, alam mo na ito yung mga priority heroes sila. So there's a lot of potential when it comes to picking and banning. So yun yung mga tinitingnan ng mga players natin when it comes to getting the priority picks, priority bans, and yung mga sets din ng mga heroes.
Oo. Kasi pati again, the drafting, nakita naman natin kanina yung drafting, tingin ko it's all about pantay lang talaga sila eh.
Yeah.
They have the capability to burst an enemy hero, they also have a good crowd control, but it's all about the execution and also the proper positioning para makuha mo agad yung early game. Sobrang importante yung agad makakuha ka ng mga ganitong klaseng momentum, especially for both of the teams' drafts kanina. So it's ang laking bagay. It's all about controlling the early game talaga.
Yep, so makikita nga natin talaga yan kung may execute ba ng mga teams. As we have been told, we are going for a short break here. Huwag kayong mag-alala guys dahil magbabalik ang The Nationals. Already on the way here for the match between STI Olympians versus Happy Feet Emperors. This is the second game of the last series. Ito, Kuya Tads. Ano kagad? Grok and Minotaur ban for STI Olympians. And at the same time for Happy Feet Emperors, Cho and Lunox ban.
Yep, and again, removing yung mga tank heroes is also one of the best ways to play against and also to counteract the prepared draft sa side ng Happy Feet Emperors dito. And also Cho plus the Lunox, again, nakikita natin yung mga highest win and also pick ban rate sa current league natin ngayon. Lunox again with the burst potential with the Case Assault plus the Darkening, it will be easier for them to get that early power spike. At again, with the first secured pick with the STI Olympians, Kaja, again, there's tingin ko isa siya sa mga unique na na heroes such as Cho. The way that they can isolate a target away from the team fight is also good. And tingnan natin kung sakaling ano yung magiging play dito after picking up the Kaja. They can secure another tank hero sa side ng SEO Olympians at sa side naman ng Happy Feet Emperors. Again, isa pa sa mga OP na mages ngayon this current meta, Harith with the Zaman Force, the capability to take down the structures as early as 2 minutes once na nakakuha siya ng level 4 using the Zaman Force and also the Chrono Dash. STA Olympians naman, tol, nagkaroon siya ng Claude and also the Lolita.
Yep, I really like the answer na ginawa ng STIE Olympians dito. The first thing is that they got the Kaja here, first pick. Alam naman natin kapag hindi mo talaga binanyan, lulusot at lulusot sa picks natin yan. So first pick is the Kaja. And even though you gave out the Harith, ang ganda ng sagot, Claude and Lolita, you have ways to protect your heroes from the Harith. At the same time, you have an aggressive tool with a Blazing Duet on the Claude. So yung Harith natin dito, hindi free game yung laban. Kasi kapag naglabag ka ng Zaman Force, you need a lot of protection, a lot of sustain. Kasi yes, you get the shields, pero magic shields yun. Hindi apektado yung Blazing Duet. So ang laki pa rin ng threat ng Claude dito against the Harith.
And also a good proper setup. Kasi kapag nag-Zaman Force na si Harith, ayan, you have the opportunity to use the Numinon Blast. Yung proc time niya, yung casting time niya should be enough para i-threat, palabasin sa Zaman Force si Harith dito and prevent any kind of damage dealers or at least burst damage para sa Harith.
And Happy Feet Empress dito, they got the Granger. It's quite greedy considering na meron silang Demon. Again, we've seen this before played out by Bren A-Pro. Dalawang greedy heroes na gustong-gusto mag-isa sa lane. Pero they have the capability to do so. Problem is, STIE Olympians, they still have 2 picks para sagutin yung Lockluster early game ng Happy Feet Empress. Kailangan lang nila ng isang hero na kayang lumaban against this Harith, and their option would be the Harley. Ang tagal nating hindi nakita to, pero remember, hindi yung damage output ng isang Harley. Remember yung Deadly Magic?
Yung Deadly Magic
Talagang
niya.
tunaw din si Harry dyan.
Plus yung poker tricks niya and also the capability to burst out the Granger sa side ng STIE Olympians is also okay since alam naman natin na ang gustong-gusto ng Granger is to get that space on the back lines para makakuha siya para magamit niya yung Deadly Sonata and also with the Rhapsody. But again, with the magic trick ni Harley, tingin ko, kaya-kayang i-pull off, kayang-kayang i-pick off itong Granger. And I think that's one of the reasons why they picked up the Belleric as well as their tank.
Yeah, medyo renaissance, no? Nakakita tayo ulit ng Belleric against a Claw, the natural counter against the hero. At the same time, ito yung hinaharap nating protection for the Harith. The moment na maglabag ng Zaman Force, tapos nag-Blazing Duet yung Claude, you can get the shields from, you can get the Nature's shield from the Belleric. So may sustain yung HF Empress dito for their team fight. And knowing that dalawa yung scaling heroes naman on their side, the Granger as well as the Leomord, ang laki ng problema ng SIE Olympians dito. They need to get the early momentum.
Yep, early momentum indeed. But on sa side naman din ng SIE Olympians dito, they need to play aggressively on this one. They need to know the power spikes. Yeah. Just like what happened earlier, diba? It's all about playing turtle, knowing when to fight and when not to fight. Pero tingin ko naman preparado since they were already able to get the game 1 against Happy Feet Emperors.
Super crucial lang ng early rotations nila dito kasi for the longest time hindi na natin nakikita yung rotations sa isang Harley. Kasi of course there are different rotations for different heroes. Like for example si Guinevere, iba yung rotation niya say Gusion, di ba? Magkaiba sila. Although similar yung playstyle, magkaiba sila ng kinds of rotation. And for Harley, yes, you would say it's quite easy for them to take the early aggression. Pero the thing is, ang dami kasing sagot ng Happy Feet Emperors dito. Pero this is the game nga ng STIE Olympians versus Happy Feet Emperors. Second game na. And on the blue side, you have STIE Olympians. Chico sa kanyang Kaja. Secret on the Claw. Jiku as the Lolita. Chester with the Tams. And Deja Vu on the Harley.
At sa red side naman mga kaibigan, we have Happy Feet Emperors. We have MB para sa Granger, Cram sa Belleric, Mr. B on the Akai, Arbe naman sa kanyang Leomord, and Tan para sa Harith.
So again, sobrang critical no ng early game rotations dito ng STIE Olympians. They need to abuse the Harley pick here to have the answer against the Harith. If ever man magkaroon ng space yung Happy Feet Emperors dito on the Harith, talagang malaking problema yan.
Indeed, pati talking about giving space, meron agad siyang magic, well again, that 90% discount, or rather 10% discount sa kanyang item. So at least he should be able to get at least one more core item here. The early aggression, Chester, mukhang tumatakbo pa, hindi siya makakatakbo. Again, the first kill of this Harith, able to secure that one. Kita mo yung impact, the switching rotation. Yung sinasabi natin kanina na rotation is they need to play aggressively and they're able to pull it off. Kailangan nila ma-maintain yung ganito kasi aggressive. Deadly Magic, again para kay Cram, mag-burn yata siya. At tinampas pa ng kanyang blue minion there, but at least another kill, able to equalize the score between two teams.
And bottom lane though, Happy Feet Emperors, they're taking the objective here against a level 2 Tams. And this is quite surprising. We've talked about the switch here. Yung Granger natin from the top lane, pumunta ng mid lane. Every time na mag-rotate yung mid, there's always a hero na kailangang sumalo dun sa wave na yun. So alam ng Happy Feet Emperors na si Tams lang makisay nasa bottom lane. Even though the Harith is just level 3, sabi nila wala namang sasama dito. Patayin na natin. Cram on the top lane though. Yung Belleric natin, mapapunish na naman. And it's a Claude rotating. Mapapatay nila yung Belleric na pro-protecta nung lane na yan. 4 heroes for STIE Olympians pushing out the objective here. And nasa harap sila ng Turtle. Pero for Happy Feet Emperors, nakamanchag na rin yung Harith natin.
Nag-aabang sila ng magandang opportunity for them to take him out. Well, they're able to take down the tier 1 turret on the bottom lane with the Harith. Pero alam nila na mag-iikot after engaging sa top lane on the side of STIE Olympians. The next target will be the turret, but Mr. B. Divine Judgment plus the Deadly Magic. I think Mr. B won't be able to use his ultimate here. Zaman Force mo ang kailangan pa yata nila. And also the damage from the Harley, able to take down the turtle.
Claude with a Blazing Duet. Mapapatay nila yung tatlo here on the side of Happy Feet Emperors. It's a very nice engagement mula sa kanila. They realized that the Zaman Force was laid out and I really like what Deja Vu did there. Talagang binate out niya yung Zaman Force. Siya yung priority target ni Harith dito and lumayo lang siya. It's very hard to chase Harley knowing na meron siyang mobility dito and si Harith, yes, nagamit niya Zaman Force pero hindi niya napatay yung target niya.
Nako, it's all about prioritizing target nga mga kaibigan. But as you can see, Happy Feet Emperors, they still need to get at least one core item or at least give some space for the Leomord to farm. Kaso magiging problema dito is lagi nakukonta siya. Kaja and also the Tamus already taking down the tier 1 turret on the bottom lane, not giving any opportunity for this Leomord to farm.
Yep, again, early game is the name of the objective here for STIE Olympians. They've already taken the turret on the bottom lane. Again, Zaman Force, ginamit sa kawalan. Secret was able to BMI out and hindi siya mapapatay ni Harit. That's the second time na ginamit yung Zaman Force na wala silang nakuha na kahit anong Chico threatening the Leomord here on the bottom lane. They want to take this turret.
Talaga.
And kontrolado talaga nila yan. Top lane to, Happy Feet Emperors, may sarili silang objective. Ito yung tinatawag nating trade-off. Pero remember, STIE Olympians, pangalawang torre na to sa baba.
At ang hirap niyan, kapag hindi nakapag-farm yung Leomord, wala sila magiging finisher sa side ng Happy Feet Emperors.
Exactly.
Yes, they have the core, they have the capability to burst out an enemy hero with the Granger and also with the Harit. But kapag wala na kayo, kapag wala na kayong torre, hindi na kayo makapag-defend yan or hindi nyo mapupull up yung early aggression sa side ng Happy Feet Emperors.
Kuya Thads.
Nako.
Dalawang torre kagad under 30 seconds. Sunod-sunod na objective for STIE Olympians. And this is the downside sa lineup ng Happy Feet Emperors. Kapag wala yung aggressive hero mo, this time it's the Harit. Mag-isa lang siya for the side of Happy Feet Emperors. Kapag wala na yon, sunod-sunod talaga yung objective ng STIE Olympians. Quick punish lang. And nakita mo, alam nila yung idea na kapag wala yung Zaman Force, walang pipigil sa kanila. 5 silang nagpo-push.
At ang hirap din kasi talaga niyan eh. Kumbaga, meron kang information na walang Zaman Force and again, it will be easier for you to engage the fight. Walang magko-control. Isipin mo, ang AoE control lang nila is
Mr.
yung
V. No,
Hurricane
that's not
Dance.
the jump that you want. Tinalo na mo yung isang Kaja na nasa bush.
Isa pa yun. Kasi, di ba, kapag wala yung Akai, wala na silang pang-control. Yes, you have the slow from the Zaman Force. Hindi na siya yung stun from the Zaman Force eh. Again, picking off the Akai, wala nang makakapalag. Hindi mai-stop ng Happy Feet Emperors yung aggression na binibigyan ng STIE Olympians. They're really exposed. Yes, they do have the Beleric, but the Beleric skill set is more on saving, giving sustainability on the side of your team. But again, ang momentum ng STIE Olympians, they already have yung kailangan nilang skill set or kailangan nilang tools for them to take down Happy Feet Emperors as early as 5 minutes 30 seconds.
Yep. This is the greediness of the draft nga ng Happy Feet Emperors. You have 2 heroes na hindi pa kaya talaga lumaban.
Oo.
And early aggression na kuha na ng STIE Olympians. Tinatalo ng panila si Mr. V dito. The Divine Judgment is not up yet. Pero hihintayin lang ng STIE yan. They already have total map control. Nasa base lang yung Happy Feet Emperors.
And that's one of the best ways na ma-choke out mo yung Happy Feet Emperors eh. Yes, makakuha sila ng
Chico!
gain, Divine
Flicker!
Judgment, and
Mr.
also
V.
the Deadly Magic mo. May Zaman Force pa yata, but the Death Sonata will not hit anyone. MB with the Rhapsody, they're trying to keep an eye on Jiku. Vincitan, ang sakit ng poker tricks nun.
Tinatangki lang ng Lolita yung skills ng Happy Feet Emperor. Sige lang, labanan nyo ako. Although yung Divine Judgment, wala na. Yung Claude natin, Gina G, lumaban yan. Tara, Gera.
Lumino Blast.
Lumino Blast, hindi ko connecta. Mr. B, wala na rin siyang sayo dito. They only have the Nature Shield from the Beleric, pero hindi na lalaban ng STIE Olympians. They need to reset. Babalik si Chico rito. Sabi niya, guys, hintahin natin yung Divine Judgment. Yun yung condition. Nag-iisa lang yung condition natin para manalo.
Exactly.
Divine Judgment cooldown.
At also, alam nila na wala rin yung Lumino Blast. So the best way for them to pick off is also with the
Oh
Divine
my God,
Judgment.
the snipe!
At yung damage nga naman talaga ng Harley, ang sakit, Deadly Magic. Sabi natin kanina, again, Granger is really in danger right now with this Harley peak. Ang hirap niyang kontra. Paano ko makakaiwas? Yes, you do have the Beleric, but it's really crucial for you to pick off or rather use the Nature Shield as early as that just to protect the Granger.
She's very mobile and at the same time, wala kasing catch yung Happy Feet Emperors. They're playing for the late game. They're playing to farm. And STIE Olympians, alam nila yun, hindi nila pinapahinga yung Happy Feet Emperors. And look at the damage from
Wow,
Tan here.
50%
Oh my God.
HP.
Hindi pa yun yung buong combo ni Harley. And remember, scaling pa yan. Hindi pa ito yung peak performance
Indeed.
ni Deja Vu.
Nako, ang hirap mandirka dito. All lanes now being pushed by STIE Olympians and Happy Feet Emperors, they're really struggling to get any amount of gold right there. As ang hirap dito, all lanes talaga. Walang binibigyan ng pagkakataon. And with that, mas madaling ma-approach ng STIE Olympians kasi hiwa-hiwalay yung heroes ng Happy Feet Emperors.
Yeah.
Lahat sila delegated to defend their turrets.
Tingnan mo kay Claude, masayang-masaya siya nag-farm sa jungle ng Happy Feet Emperors. There's a Clock of Destiny already on the Harley alongside the Lightning Truncheon, Mr. V. Nagkada sana ng pasok pero ito, naipit si Kaja. Hindi niya nagamit yung Divine Judgment. Blazing Do It. Look at the heroes melt from the side of Happy Feet Emperors. Stop! Ang sakit yung Secret. Pero lalaban si RB rito na sustain from Zams. Hindi pa sapat. And ito, makakahuli pa sila ng Lolita. And natunaw nga yung dalawa rito sa side ng Happy Feet Emperors. Pero nakakuha naman sila ng 5. That's a very good team fight here done in by Happy Feet Emperors.
ang ganda talaga ng teamfight doon. Again, sinabi natin kanina, ang only crowd control ng Happy Feet Emperors is yung Hurricane Dance. Nakakuha ng magandang jumps Mr. V, locking down at least 2 or 3 enemy heroes inside dun sa napakaliit na gap na yon with the Zaman Force and also with the Blazing Duet. They're able to clean it up. Nakita natin ito kanina ng first game. Again, SDIU Olympians, almost the same. They just need not to give any kind of opening for Happy Feet Emperors because again, meron din magandang burst potential itong draft ng Happy Feet Emperors. Again, with the finisher from the Leomord and also the initiation capability and also the sustainability that the Belric can provide to their team.
And I really like yung target selection ni Mr. B dito. Alam niya na kahit paano kailangan niya i-lockdown yung Kaja. So nag-double down siya dito. No? Ang tinatalanan niya is si Chico and at the same time, first item na binili niya is the Immortality. He just wants to go in, lock down the Kaja, and hope for the best. Pero for the side of STIE Olympians, you already have the Wind of Nature on the Claude. So meron siyang 2 seconds of physical immunity rito. Hindi niya problema yung Granger tsaka Leomord. The reason why he melted down is during the Blazing Duet, kaya siyang barilin ni Granger dahil ipit na ipit siya sa pwesto niya. Now, hindi niya na kailangan intindihin yun. He can save up yung Blazing Duet. Labanan niya muna yung Happy Feet Emperors. The moment na makahanap ng opening, yung HF dito para ma-target siya, that's the time that you would use the Wind of Nature to set up mo ng magandang Blazing Duet.
Yep, and again, Blazing Duet, they need to make sure that lahat ng ultimates nila is also available. And also, sa side din naman ng Happy Feet Emperors. But looking at the net worth, mga kaibigan, almost 6K net worth lead ang lamang ng SDIE Olympians at nasa kanila na rin ang Lord, which is going to the middle lane. So Happy Feet Emperors, they need to do their best. They only have at least 10 more seconds to farm or at least make sure that they can repel. Isipin nila kung paano nila i-approach itong next fight na to. Kasi talking about the ultimates, SDIE Olympians, they have all the tools that they need. Again, the Numenon Blast para lang ma-push back or para lang ma-push back yung composition ng Happy Feet Emperors, giving enough time for the Lord to at least hit that tier 3 turret.
And let's see here, Happy Feet Emperors, they will try to take down the Lord. Level 1 pa lang naman yan.
Numenon Blast.
Hindi ka correct. Oh! With the sa tatlo! Pero Happy Feet Emperors, they need to back off right now. Hindi pa pinasok ng STIE Olympians. Disiplina, objective lang. Gusto lang nila yung Torre, Blade of Despair here on the Granger. Jiku nagre-recall sa harap ng Happy Feet Emperors. And Jiku! Hinuli si Granger! Nahuli din si Jiku. May immortality daw, Phantom Steed being used by the Leomord and RB. Tinulak lang palayo yung STIE Olympians para hindi mamatay yung Akai. Pero siya naman yung nadisgrasya. And look at the Claude blazing to it sa loob ng Nature Shield. Nag-audition mga kaibigan ang Happy Feet Emperors, si Harit dito doing his best to take down the heroes of STIE Olympians, pero tapos na STIE Olympians.
Sila ang nakakuha ng 2-0 sweep against Happy Feet Emperors. Nakita mo yung huling part na yon, sinubukan niyang i-winter truncheon yung damage ng Deadly Magic, but then again, if you need to time it right eh. Meron kasing delay yung damage ng Deadly Magic, but hindi enough yung time na medyo napaago yung pag-on niya ng winter truncheon. But again, spectacular play by STIE Olympians. Alam nila na kayang-kaya nilang pasukin yung base ng Happy Feet Emperors because of the way that they are able to choke out the resources away from Happy Feet Emperors. Kita mo as early as 4 minutes, 4 na turrets agad na nakuha sa kanila. That's a turret per minute, mga kaibigan. Ganun kabilis. Again, owning the map, not giving any opportunity for them to take down the blues, the buffs ng sa side ng Happy Feet Emperors, ang laking bagay. Isipin mo, 4 or 3 sa mga core heroes ninyo, merong blue buff that will also give you at least 1 core item sa side ng STIE Olympians.
Yeah, and let's be honest, the draft of the STIE Olympians is much easier to execute. Just look at the composition of Happy Feet Emperors dito. Sinong lalaban para sa'yo? Yes, you have the Harry that can play very aggressive, pero yung protection mo is coming out from a Beleric, and ang kasama niya pa sa pag-rotate is the Akai na naghihintay ng cooldowns for, that's the one, and yung Hurricane Dance pa. Yun yung problema ng Happy Feet Emperors. Sobrang liit ng uptime nila. STIE Olympians dito, wala silang problema kapag kinamit yung Zaman Force, kapag walang Hurricane Dance, or even kahit nasa kabilang side ng mapa, they're playing for the objective.
Indeed. Pati mapapansin mo yung composition dito ng Happy Feet Emperors, they're more of a single target skills. Wala silang AoE burst. Yes, they do have the Zaman Force, but it will only give you the slow. It will only give you the slow mechanic. Well, you need to heavily rely on the Akai's Hurricane Dance for them to burst it out. Pero paano yung AoE nila? Again, you're up against the Lolita. Kapag nakapag-target ka ng isa or nakapag-lockdown ka ng isang Hurricane Dance ng isang hero sa side ng STIE Olympians, pagpapump lang ng Numenon Blast yung si Jiku. And then you need to run away. You will be forced to run away. Pero ang SEO Olympians, ang dami nilang opening for them to start the fight. Again, you have the divine judgment. You have all of the opportunity. You have the pick of potential with the Harley. So ang ganda ng composition ng STIE
And
Olympians.
speaking about the MVP here, of course, it is the Kaja for STIE Olympians. This guy, Chico, allowed so many openings here for STIE Olympians to punish the draft of Happy Feet Emperors. Ang dali kasi ng trabaho niya sa Dola. Kahit sino ma-divine judgment niya walang problema. It's a value kill for STIE Olympians. With contrast nga sa idea ng Akai na kailangan siyang huliin kasi siya yung priority target. Kailangan ma-shutdown ni Mr. V. Si Chico, once lang nangyari, isang beses lang. And all throughout, it was just Kaja dominating here for STIE Olympians.
Indeed. Pati ang ganda rin kasi ng pagkaka-counterpick nila Si Kaja lang ang isa sa mga heroes na kayang hulihin si Akai to cancel out the Hurricane Dance. Kasi pwede mo siyang i-divine judgment habang nag-Hurricane Dance And that give them a lot of opening para ma-cancel yung only CC, yung only AoE ng Happy Feet Emperors.
Yep, and we're not gonna have a surprise here as it is still a 2-0 for the last series of the day. Mamaya guys, magbabalik tayo. Kakausapin natin yung mga players ng STIE Olympians para alamin kung ano naman yung nasa isip nila. Huwag kayo alis guys, magbabalik kami.